Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commended President Bola Tinubu for providing the support for the procurement of additional rolling stocks on the Blue Line corridor to make transportation faster and more efficient for commuters in the state. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this at the official unveiling and handover of the newly acquired 3 sets of car trains with 4 coaches each to the Lagos Area Metropolitan Transport Authority, Lamata, and the rail managers. Sanwo-Olu, who was accompanied by the managing director of Lamata, Abimbola Akinjo, and other cabinet members, said the new additions will ensure a reduction in journey time, more reliable and predictable train experience, with the trains arriving at the stations every 10 or 15 minutes going forward.
Mr. President also deemed it fit, and we're extremely grateful. We've expressed it before, to have supported us financially extensively in the procurement of this additional rolling stock. And so now you can see that his agenda is working, and is working very well for us in Lagos State, because what this means is that people that hitherto will have relied on bus transactions or bus means of movement, or even our train, but they will say that it takes a long time once we miss a train for it to come back. Now the trains will come quicker and faster than what.
Our correspondent Adiola Kindele quotes Governor Sanwo-Olu as promising Lagos residents of more purposeful governance, anticipating additional rolling stocks on the Red Line rail before the end of next year to reduce transportation costs on the train. The Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has encouraged students of Lagos State University of Technology, LASUTECH, to take full advantage of the Lyrical Health Insurance Scheme for better access to health care. Speaking during a sensitization event at the LASUTECH campus in Ikorodu, LASHMA's permanent secretary, Emmanuel Azamba, emphasized the importance of health coverage for students. Represented by the agency's head of sales and marketing, Uche Igwe Onya, Zamba praised the university for enrolling both staff and students in the Lyrical scheme, saying it shows a commitment to their overall well-being. She noted that with the increasing academic pressure and lifestyle changes among students, unexpected health issues can arise, making insurance coverage not just beneficial but essential. Lagos State Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment, Akinyemi Ajibotafe, has received a delegation from the GIZ Sky project on a courtesy visit aimed at deepening collaboration with the state government in the area of youth training and employment. Speaking during the visit, Ajibotafe, who was represented by the permanent secretary in the ministry, Wasiu Olayinka, commended the GIZ Sky team for its ongoing support and commitment to youth development initiatives in Lagos State. He noted that the ministry remains focused on implementing programs that align with the Themes Plus developmental agenda of the present administration, particularly in the areas of job creation and youth empowerment. The team from GIZ Sky, led by the component manager for employment promotion, Jokik Svetlana, expressed appreciation to the state government for its continued partnership and support, noting that GIZ Sky remains committed to fostering sustainable employment for young people through skills development, training, and inclusive employment promotion. The Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, says a shift to computer-based examinations by West African Examinations Council, WAEC, and the National Examinations Council, NECO, will not eliminate malpractices. NUT National President Audu Amba stated this while reacting to the recent directive by the federal government that WAEC and NECO should fully transit to computer-based testing for their examinations by 2026. Amba said the major challenge with the nation's education system, which is encouraging malpractices, is the priority placed on paper qualifications. According to him, because the society only recognizes certificates and grades, the students will go the extra mile, sometimes with the support of their parents, to acquire them, even when they cannot be defended. The NUT president also underscored the need to address the digital literacy gap among students and teachers before implementing such policy, adding that this may require additional training programs and resources. The Defense Headquarters say the troops of Operation Delta Safe have discovered and destroyed 27 illegal refining sites with over 96 equipment. Director of Defense Media Operations Marcos Kanye, who made this known in a statement in Abuja, said this covered the troops' operations in the month of May. Kanye said the troops also foiled oil theft worth over 31.4 million naira and recovered items such as outboard engines, pipes, pumping machines, drilling machines, horses, tricycles, motorcycles, mobile phones, and 9 vehicles. He added that 13 suspected vandals were apprehended in Saple, Aniocha North, and Ugeli local government areas of Delta, as well as Degama and Ekremo local government areas of Rivers and Bayelsa states. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has captured 59,786 inmates out of the 80,879 inmates population across its 256 custodial centers. Spokesman of the Nigerian Correctional Service (NCOS), Abubakar Umar, in a statement said the figure represents 74% of the inmate population. He dismissed a report which had alleged that the National Identity Number (NIN) registration exercise was yet to commence in all custodial centers across the country, describing it as misleading, inaccurate, not reflective of the current state of affairs within the custodial facilities. Umar said NCOS remains committed to the full integration of inmates into national data systems, including the NIN, as part of broader efforts to promote rehabilitation, reintegration, and digital inclusion of all persons in custody. President Bola Tinubu is set to confer national honors on selected legislators in commemoration of 2025 Democracy Day. The House spokesman Akan Usen, who confirmed this, said the leadership and members of the House of Representatives will participate in a special joint seating of the National Assembly on Thursday, June 12. Rotimi said President Tinubu, who is expected to be the special guest of honor, will address the joint sitting of the legislators. He said the theme for this year's celebration is 26 years of democracy, renewing our commitment to national development. The lawmaker noted that the joint sitting underscores the pivotal role of the National Assembly in safeguarding democratic values, fostering accountability, and advancing national development over the past 26 years of uninterrupted civil rule. He urged Nigerians to embrace the spirit of Democracy Day as a time for reflection, renewed patriotism, and commitment to building a more inclusive, prosperous, and united nation. And now to foreign news. National Guard troops have arrived in Los Angeles following protests over raids on undocumented migrants. The White House says the National Guard will be deployed for 60 days, but this is ultimately decided by United States Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. LA County Sheriff's Department says one person has been arrested and several detained following last night's unrest. Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom says Trump's move is purposefully inflammatory. U.S. politicians have also clashed on whether the president is sowing chaos or de-escalating tensions. Brazil forward Neymar has been sidelined after testing positive for COVID-19. Brazil Serie A club Santos announced this in a statement, saying the 33-year-old began showing symptoms on Thursday and was immediately withdrawn from all team activities. Medical tests later confirmed the viral infection. Santos did not specify how long Neymar will be out of action, but he is already set to miss Thursday's league match at Fortaleza due to suspension. And that's all for the news at 6. Maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated the Lagos State Employability Support Project to address the labor skill gap and unemployment problems? You can get more details on the Lagos State government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commended President Bola Tinubu for providing the support for the procurement of additional rolling stocks on the Blue Line corridor to make transportation faster and more efficient for commuters in the state. The federal government has captured 59,786 inmates out of the 80,879 inmates population across its 256 custodial centers. We also told you that National Guard troops have arrived in Los Angeles following protests over raids on undocumented migrants. And in sports, Brazil forward Neymar has been sidelined after testing positive for COVID-19. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adiwale Olowoporuku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.
From point to point on the road, rails, and waterways, we bring you up to speed with